What's up, modders? Today I'm going to show you how to add mods to your Flipping is Hard demo. This is going to be a quick guide that goes over the basics of adding the BepInEx files and also how to add the mods within those files. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to need is the BepInEx files, which is the mod itself. That can be found in the first link in the description down below. When you click that link, it should automatically start the download for the zip files. So once that's downloaded, I just moved it straight onto my desktop just so it's easier to find. Once that zip file is downloaded and moved onto your desktop, make a folder on your desktop by right-clicking, go to New, and then select Folder. You can call this folder whatever you want to. We'll just call it Mods. And then we'll move the BepInEx zip folder straight into that mods folder that we made here. From here, we can extract these files here. Now all of the files that we need are extracted into this folder. Next thing we're going to do is going to open our local files for the Flipping is Hard demo by going to Steam. Once you have your Steam open, you're going to find your Flipping is Hard demo on the left side of your screen under your library. When you find it, you're going to right click, go to Manage, Browse Local Files. So that's going to bring up your local files for your Flipping is Hard demo. So as you can see, I already have the mod files in my folder, but pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to take all of the folders that you extracted and files that you extracted, and you're gonna select them, and then you're gonna just drag them over into your local files. So now you can get out of the folder that has all of your mod files in it, and we're gonna just focus on the local files for the Flipping is Hard demo. So inside here, you're gonna have all the files for your games. Inside the BepInEx folder is going to be the plugins folder. The plugins folder is where you're gonna have all of your mods installed. So if you click the plugins folder, as you can see, these are all the mods that I have. So now I'm going to show you how to access the mods. So if you go on the channel's Discord server, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, there should be a modding category here. If for some reason you don't have this modding category, scroll all the way to the top, go to Channels and Roles. From here, click Browse Channels, and then scroll down until you find the modding category and click Follow Category. I prefer to follow all the categories just so I can stay up to date on everything. But if you ever notice that you're missing any of the channels, it's probably because you're not following that category. But once you follow the modding category, you'll have access to all of the modding things that we need. So going back, on the left hand side, scroll down. Under modding, you're going to see a sub-channel called Mods and Guides. Click that, and from here you're going to see a bunch of toppers mods. These are all going to go into the files the same way, but just for the sake of the video, we'll do his newest mod, the map editor. So if you click on the map editor and then scroll down, you're going to see his most recent updated one here, and he also goes over some of the patch notes as well. I don't think that I actually have the updated one, so I'm going to click download as well. So we'll click download. Discord will automatically give you this warning, just saying that it could damage your device, but Topper is a very reliable modder in the community, and I would trust him with my firstborn child. So I'm going to click continue to download. From there, it should open up your browser, and then it'll give you where you want to download it at. I prefer to have all of my mods within a mods folder, and then from there, I'll put it into my local files. But if you would just rather put it directly into your local files, you can do that as well. You would just have to go through the process of finding where your local files are. For the sake of this though, I'm going to put it in my mods folder. I'm going to click the old file that is no longer up to date, and I'm going to save it as that, and it's going to ask if I want to replace it. Since it already exists, I'm going to click yes. So just remember, if you do have your separate mod folder, you will need to take the file and put it into your local plugins folder. So now we should be good to launch the game. When you launch the game, you're going to notice that there's going to be this black box that's going to show up. This is just the mods loading up, and this is nothing to be afraid about. As you can see, I also have the skin changing mod as well, so that changes my skin on the main menu too. With the map editor, if you press F6, that's going to open up the editor, and then from here you can select and move whatever you want to. Real quickly, I do want to show you what to do if you do not want to have a mod. So as you can see in the bottom left of my screen, I have Topper's training mod on as well. I don't want to have this on because it might conflict with the level editor mod. So I'm going to show you how to temporarily remove or disable certain mods. So if you go back to your local files where the BepInEx and the plugins is, and let's say that Flipping is Hard Trainer, I don't want to have this mod activated. I'm going to right click, rename, and I'm going to delete one of the L's from the .dll extension. That's going to change it from a .dll file, which is needed in order for the mod to work, and it's just going to change it to a file that doesn't exist. So now when I restart my game, you're going to see that that trainer down in the bottom left is no longer going to work. So now when I load in, I can press F6 to open up the map editor mod, but as you can see in the bottom left, that mod for the trainer is no longer active. So now none of the keybinds should conflict, and I can move around, place things how I want to, and edit away. To get this mod to work and to download maps specifically for this map editor mod, you're going to need specific folders inside of your plugins folder. So as you can see in my plugins folder, I have a folder called FIH map editor. Inside that, that's where that .dll file is going to be. And then you're going to have another folder called maps. Inside the maps folder is where you're going to have all of your saved files for the maps that you create, and also the ones that you manually download from other players. Topper has updated the mod to where it now all runs online. So if you're wanting to download mods from other players, you don't have to manually add the files into your folder. You can just go to online, and then it's going to show all the maps that have been made by other players. So if I want to do Coats Challenge, I'll click download. It'll boot it up, and then I'll press P to play, and it'll spawn me where he chose to spawn. And then from here, I can do his challenge. I'll press P to go to the editor, C to bring up my cursor, and then if I want to open up one of my maps that I've made, I'll click local, I'll load the map that I want, press P to play, and now I'm in my map. I hope this video helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord. Leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them. If I can't figure out an answer to your question, I'll ask Topper himself, because he will probably know the answer better than anybody else. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm excited to see your maps that you make.